Hi anyone, I'm Luppi and we are playing some more Mario Minecraft. I'm looking at guys, okay. So last time we expanded this island a little bit, which is pretty cool. This time I don't know what we're going. I know what we should do, but I don't know if I have the will. I don't know if I have the will to do it. What we should be doing is we should actually, and it's not even should, it's just we could. You know, we could expand a lot of this, I guess. I don't want to. I don't want to do a thing. You can't make me do a thing. But I am going to do a thing, aren't I? Okay. Hooray. We did a thing. Really not appreciating the music here though. It's a little extreme. We just started. we're just starting to get into it, so I don't know. Oh well. It is what it is. How are you guys doing this week? I've been better. I'm recording this way later than I usually would want to. Or maybe way early. It's earlier than we have been, but it's later than I'd want to. So, that stinks. I don't like that. That also sucks. I don't like that at all either. But, I made a horrible misjudgment, and that is what I'm suffering for this week. I neglected to understand just how utterly painful it could be to make a large kind of video and not give myself the time to allow the normal video things to happen. You know, when you make a video, you have to edit it, you have to export it, you have to, you know, go through it and then upload it. And when you make a longer video, all of that stuff takes longer. You don't think about it. But if you're used to making a 10-minute video, making an hour-long video is going to take like 6 times longer, right? And if you're used to making an hour-long video, making a 10-hour video will take, I mean, it won't take 10 hours longer to do everything, but just the things that take a lot of time, like exporting, uploading, like, it's a lot of wasted time. And I didn't account for that, so I got to suffer while my video for my Mario video, which is actually a Mario video, was dealt with. This is fine. But considering it's made from videos I recorded like what, last year or 2 years ago? I don't remember. When did we play a New Super Mario Brothers Wii U? I think that was like 2024, right? That was right after, I want to say it was right after I got the Mac Studio, right? Like, I remember that. I can remember that much. I can put my life into some sort of chronological order based on my purchases and based on things I've done. No, like a three-dimensional being going through space and time. But yeah, I did indeedly make a big New Super Mario Brothers video. because apparently I still had all of those videos after a year. So we're going to have to get rid of those now. Once we've made our new Super Mario Brothers with no commentary videos, we can get rid of those. Those can get purged off the computer. So that's cool. Like there's a few other things I played like in 2024, 2023, and that time frame where it's like, well, I never even edited these. I have no idea when we're ever going to touch this. Kind of weird now that it's been so long. What do you mean people won't care about, what was it, Pac-Man 99? Oh my god, I love that game. Wish I played more of it. I feel that way about a lot of those battle royale games though. Like just, yeah, wish I played more of it. Shame it's gone. Gone forever. Okay. So, yeah. So the next Mario video, I mean, you guys will already know it got uploaded. But for me, it hasn't been I uploaded it, but it hasn't gone public yet. And it took forever. It took like 6 hours, 6 or 7 hours to export, I want to say. And then, because I started at like 6 or 7 something. And then it was done by like 12:40, I want to say. So yeah, it took about 5 hours. No, it wasn't too bad for a 10-hour video to take 5 hours to export. That's not too bad. Probably would have been better if I just said it was. Honestly, it would have been like half the time if I just said it wasn't 60 frames per second. That's where they get you. That's where they get you in Film Mora, at least. On my current computer. 60 frames per second is what slows it down. Or if you change anything. Like if I do a thing where like if I add an overlay or if I change the volume of stuff or heaven forbid change the size of anything, that makes it take so much longer. Like an unreasonable amount of length of time. We're gonna run out of dirt. Did we already run out of dirt? No, we did not, but we're getting close. That's something we have to be mindful of. Alas. Oh no. But yeah. So that was my day. That was my day, was just waiting for this dumb video to finally reach a point where I could start doing stuff with it. And instead of doing the responsible thing and doing the work I needed to get done today, I mean, I did a lot of other work, so it was fine, but and it'll make the future a little easier, but yeah, I'm not in good shape. This is literally like up to the wire, last minute. I don't know why I'm still doing it, but you know, I'm fine. It's fine. We just gotta keep doing what we can. I'm gonna regret building this like this, aren't I? Okay, so you are built into the island there. Are you built into the island there? That's my question. You are. I'm a genius. This is not so dangerous. Until I fall into a hole and lose everything. That's where I would just hit stop recording, and that's the video. 15 minutes in, I fell into a hole. We lost all our dirt. I wasn't in the mood anyways. I don't know, sometimes recording is weird because sometimes you aren't in the mood and then you start recording and you end up in the mood because it's fun. It's fun to play games. It's fun to yap. It's fun to talk. And other times you can be totally in the mood, and then by the time you're actually all set up to record, it's just like, nope, I'm actually not. Things aren't feeling right, they aren't going right, you know. I'm against proceeding with this, you know? Maybe I'm just a contrary person where no matter how things go, I'm just gonna not be happy about it. I feel like that's kind of how I am as a human being, unfortunately enough. Okay, so what I want to do first is we're gonna do that. And I honestly don't know. Oh, hello. Because, gonna want to raise that up anyways, right? So we have no need for the stairs there. And it's not the worst thing ever. Like, to me, it's not ideal. And that's actually far from the worst thing ever. And honestly, there's a part of me that's like, well, you know, if it's gonna be like that anyways, we could cut this down another line and then just extend the island a little bit more. And straighten it out a bit. I don't know. Could be worth doing stuff up, you know, like that. We'll probably want to grab more dirt anyways. We found a good spot, right? We did. I remembered that from last time. We found a good spot. So we may get some more dirt. What I really wish is I had the time during the week to just test out my microphone. Because people keep telling me I should play other games with commentary, and I would love to, but I'm not confident. I'm not confident in a lot of things. Like, I feel like I'm pretty hit or miss in terms of commentary. I talk about a lot of weird stuff. And a lot of, like, I'll go into politics. I'm a political, like, weirdo. Yeah, we ran out of dirt. Like, I'm pretty open about that. Ooh, spooky. Let's see, we have pickaxes. We do not have anything else. Okay. So I'm gonna go back to the overworld. Like, I honestly think it would have been better if we would have had it raised a little bit more. Honestly, this might be fine. Instead of trying to have it, like, that might actually be okay. I might actually like that. Alright. I didn't look at you, so you don't get mad. Don't get mad at me. I was looking at you. Wasn't looking at you. But I'm also not really confident in how my recordings sound because I've had a lot of issues. Just, and I want to say, since moving to the Blue Yeti mic, I'm still using it. I don't know if I like it. I've been struggling with it for a year. How am I supposed to do this? Why can't I? Just let me get in there, please. Why can't I? Am I dumb? I swear I'm swimming. Not letting me. There we go. I went to the wrong spot. I went through the portal and then... Just let me... You're not supposed to give me this much trouble. Come on. We've never struggled this much to do this before. Why am I being fought so hard? Gosh darn it. Come on. Just let me. Really? I'm losing my mind. This isn't what's gonna be the hard part of this video. Come on. There we go. Now, where is the other portal? Okay, right in front of us. Right in front of us. Cool, cool. Bye-bye. We're not... Oh, okay. Why am I here? Oh, I know where I am. I didn't recognize this area now that we've, destroyed it. Wow. That's something we did. Actually, instead of heading off, let's go to the base and grab some supplies, and then we will continue our wholesome quest. Yeah, back to the commentary thing. I'm sorry, I kind of trailed off there. But I've had people tell me I should do commentary with Animal Crossing videos, and I guess my issue with that is I don't think I could do it with a daily Animal Crossing kind of setup. It takes me a bit longer to like edit and finalize the video. So on one hand, it would be fine, you know, maybe, but it's one of those things where if I got behind or if I got sick or if anything affected the output, like the issues would very quickly pile up. And that's kind of my issue with it is it's not really something I could endure. I couldn't handle it. If it got, or if it went awry, if things went, you know, because it doesn't take much. All it takes is like all it takes is me to get COVID and be sick for a week or two where I can't do anything, and then that's a week we have to make up, and it's really hard to make that kind of stuff up, especially when we're playing like an hour and a half or 2 hours of Animal Crossing. Like, it's really hard to do 2 of those in a day. And on top of everything else, like it's kind of impossible. It's not really impossible, but it's really hard to when you're an adult and you've got other stuff you're doing, you know. So it's not really a situation I would look forward to. And then the Bigfoot Minecraft stuff. That also had somebody comment on that, and that's, I don't know, I guess I wanted that to be more of like a very short kind of fun thing, and then it's becoming a longer thing because I'm mentally ill and I had an idea. And now we're going to see if we can make that idea a reality. Originally, I just wanted to see like what all the different Bigfoot behaviors were and what it would be like to get killed by Bigfoot and maybe kill a Bigfoot. But at this point, it's kind of less about the struggle between man and beast, and it's more just being the weirdest and most like mundane form of like creep to this allegedly natural to this Minecraft world creature. Because it's not natural to the Minecraft world. If it was natural to the Minecraft world, it would just spawn in naturally. It wouldn't drop from the sky. It wouldn't harass me. It would just derp around until I could exploit it. I could lure it into a trap. I could breed it with random whatevers, you know? So so the goal of the Lorax, not the Lorax. The goal of the Minecraft the camping Minecraft, Bigfoot Minecraft, whatever we want to call it, is we are going to actually make a camp, like an actual like summer camp with like I would love to actually learn how to make the tents like the tents that are there, so I can make them perfectly without having to look them up. And I would like to just get like the general area set up where it looks like a very tourist trappy kind of area. And that's just despite the Bigfoot. We're not gonna quite one-slur the Bigfoot, but we are gonna get as close as we can without destroying the entire area. So it's gonna take a while. Assuming we don't like reach the end, like assuming there isn't like some sort of like end level high anger Bigfoot mode we haven't seen yet, where he just like spawns behind us and just repeatedly kills us immediately. Like that'd be funny. Would it make the game kind of unplayable? Yeah, but I would appreciate it. I'd appreciate the effort. So yeah, that's the goal with the Minecraft Bigfoot stuff. We'll see if we keep at it. I know I said before that it wouldn't be a guaranteed upload every week. It really only uploads when I have the time. But so far I feel like I've gotten a consistent rhythm with it. I do enjoy and prefer recording the stuff that doesn't require commentary. I don't know, I don't really I'm not an outgoing guy, so I don't really have things to talk about unless I like read stuff or watch a video or experience it myself. Like I think the coolest thing I experienced today was I woke up late and found out that my parents had cut down some trees, and that was neat. One Piece was good this week. It's been pretty good lately. It's had some hit or misses, but it's been pretty good lately. And when I was editing Animal Crossing, I noticed something that I probably didn't notice while playing, where there's a scene where Mystery Seti and his brother, if you go to the Reset Surveillance Center in City Folk, and you encounter both of them, there's a scene where they'll actually start mixing up each other. Like the dialogue, whoever programmed the dialogue got it wrong. So they'll start speaking each other's dialogues, but like it's so weird. It's so weird to see like Mystery Seti call his brother Sonny and his brother Don call him like, I don't know, it's just so weird. It's mixed up, so it's really confusing, and I guess I didn't notice it. And I noticed it while uploading the video. So I wasted a bit of time. Before recording this video, looking up whether or not that's a glitch or not, and yeah, it is. There was, in some fan like dialogue, like guide for all the characters, like yeah, it specifically mentions that yeah, they start referring to each other by the wrong name. So okay, and that's a programming thing, that's a writer thing or whatever, that's a translator thing. I don't know. Somebody messed up. So that's something that tripped me up. So yeah, that's been my week. It's been a lot of I don't know, like playing catch up, I guess. I don't want to say it's playing catch up because it really isn't, but it always is. It always is. And if you're not where you want to be, it's always catch up, right? Unless it's mustard. Nobody's laughing at my condiment joke, and that's okay. And that's the kind of joke where nobody should laugh, really. Yeah, I really, dude. That's a dude. I don't have a sword on me. We're not gonna fight him. That is a little dude. Imagine how many times we'd have to punch him in order to... Hey, buddy. You got like a... You don't have a thing. I'm a little curious how many times it would take to punch you to take you down, but I don't want to waste the time. We are kind of on a strict budget, or not a time crunch. We've got a schedule to keep. There we go. I'm a little tired. I'm not in peak form. We'll try our best though. As long as we don't nod off and walk off the island, that's fine. That's fine by me, right? Fine by us. Okay, so we got several stacks of dirt now. We have carrots. Man, it is. One thing I don't like about the Minecraft, the Bigfoot Minecraft, is because it's all one biome. It seems like it's really hard to find farm animals. Maybe that's just me, and maybe I just have no luck. I have no skill in procuring the wild creatures, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just a man who wants more cows. I want their leather. I want to make books. Secret books that are making fun of Bigfoot. Blah, 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 blah. Where's... I don't... Okay, there we go. There we go. I hope that's not, like, pertinent music, topical music. You know, we never did end up mining that iron. Weird. Unfortunate. Hey, if I ever get confident about commentary, I would love to play a lot of games on a lot of systems with commentary. The only thing stopping me is I never spend the time to actually nail down the microphone stuff. And to get a setup that I know works and is the quality I want. Like I was hoping that by forcing myself to play Minecraft, this Mario Minecraft with commentary, I'd eventually learn, and nope. Just stress. Just a lot of stress whenever it comes to editing and uploading. A lot of no confidence. On one hand, I have learned a lot. Like, I really do love having one program record my commentary and my video. That's cool. Thanks, OBS, because I used to just have the... When I first started recording videos, it was also that way, and that was using the Rec Central software. But that capture card started dying. So I moved to an Elgato. It was like an X, was it the HD, or was it not even an HD? It was just the Elgato like S Plus or S. One of those, like, you know, when they still had the little round ones that everybody had. And that worked really fine up until it stopped working. and it had a sound desync issue for whatever reason. I don't know if like the capture card died or if it was just the software was meant to be used on like crappier computers. I don't know what the issue was. I never figured it out. All I know is I used that capture card way too long. And then we upgraded to the Elgato X and the AverMedia. I forget what it's actually called. It's like the Live Gamer HD or something like that. It's got a fan in it and some blue lights. So it's noisy and it's distracting because I can see the light if I move myself the right way while recording. So, I don't know. But they're both not really optimized for OBS on a Mac. They're both optimized for their own software, of which the Rec Central does work on my Mac Studio, but it's not actually made for the, whatever the current version of like, because there's the Intel Macs and then there's the Silicon, right? The Silicon Macs, and it's not really meant for Silicon Macs, but it will work. So, I don't know. And then the Elgato software hasn't been on a Mac since apparently the last software that I was using. Which was unfortunate because I really did like that software. I'm gonna crouch because I'm gonna slide right off if I don't. But I do appreciate OBS. And I do think some of the issues I do have or I see, not with the mic, but just in recording like the video in general, is the mic, the capture cards now are too good. Like, I want to save space, and I don't want to have everything be like 1080p or 4K. I don't think I have any consoles that actually output 4K. I don't know, maybe like the Steam Deck or the PS... I don't think the PS5 does standard, right? Maybe it does. I feel like that's for the PS5 Pro or whatever it's called. I don't know. Like... I don't know if I have any consoles that can do 4K, which is fine. I am nearly legally blind in real life, so I don't really need high fidelity. I just need it to be clear enough to where I can tell. If I can read dialogue, that's good enough for me. That's all I need to be happy. I'm pretty easy to make contented, I would say. That's actually why I bought my first HD TV, was because I was playing Wii U games with the gamepad, but like you can't read the dialogue on like, what was it, Zombie U and Monster Hunter. I couldn't read the dialogue on the gamepad, so I was like, you know what, I need a TV. No, it wasn't on the gamepad. I was using my sister's little TV. That's right. It was the little TV, and I got so sick and tired of that thing. And it was nice that she let me use it. Like, don't get me wrong, like, that was a very nice thing my sister did. And if we were kids, he would not have done that for me. So he would have told me to pound sand. Which is fine, like, that's a sibling thing. But yeah. I remember those days. But yeah, I still record a lot of video. I think all the videos that I'm currently recording are like 720p. So I feel like just bumping it up to 1080p would also make things a lot better. I feel like that's like I think that's the actual minimum that the capture cards I have will like do things properly. But I don't know. It makes the videos bigger, and that makes the uploading process take longer, and that's something I can't abide. I won't allow that to happen. So you're just gonna have to suffer for me with garbage quality videos from me. I don't know. Some things have improved though. I'm definitely taking the lumps in terms of video size. With the Animal Crossing stuff I'm recording now, it's bigger, better, not faster, but you know, it's bigger. We actually care about the quality. I do feel like the old Elgato software, it was different in what things it prioritized, but I definitely do miss it because the OBS kind of just makes everything a lot crappier when you skimp on the quality. When you skimp on the quality of your stuff, it just it's garbage. And that's fine. Some people like garbage. I don't understand people who like garbage. You know what, actually, that's not true. I love all kinds of garbage, actually. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just, I'm not about to sleep, but I'm definitely in that spot where my brain hurts and I need to go to bed, but I know I can't, so we're here. We're here until we're no longer here. What a way to... Okay, we got an axe. Good. I was gonna lose my stuff. One thing I did do this weekend that I usually don't is I was watching some videos on the YouTube, and that's something I usually do. But I was specifically watching the old Scooter Tricks videos. If you don't know who Scooter Tricks is, they make these weird, like, My Little Pony, like Gen 1 and Gen 1, like abridged versions. And they're very weird. They're very interesting, fairly funny. But yeah, I was watching those, and it kind of just brought me back to a much more simpler time back in the day. Which was like only a few years ago, but still back in the day. Anything's back in the day if we're not currently in that day, you know. Yesterday, back in the day, and then it was only yesterday. Yep. I'm not actually that old. It's just stolen valor at this point. Ah, no, I'm getting there. There's only so long you can be in your mid-30s before you're out of your mid-30s and heading straight into your midlife crisis. Happy crisis. Merry Chrysler. Yep, we're getting there. We'll get there sooner or later. My hope is it's not. My hope is like the midlife crisis isn't like a middle school mental breakdown. I don't think I could go through that again. It was neat, but like I think I got the wrong lessons for where I want my life to go and what I prioritize. What do you mean learning that fun is fun and you should prioritize entertainment over your studies? And now I'm a jaded washout with nothing to my name. But I did go to art school, so that was cool. Met a lot of neat people. The amount of like ex-military people that you'll meet in art school is not zero. Like I don't go out of my way to like meet people, but like, I don't know, I was making friends left and right. I think that's just though, like, a lot of people are really friendly. And when you go to art school, a lot of people have ideas. And if you're just someone they can just tell their weird idea to, you'll instantly endear yourself to a lot of people. And if you don't call people stupid or weird for their ideas because you've you lived in a rural area and you've heard way dumber things and you're just kind of grateful they're not spoilering while explaining like a random media property to you for like 5 hours. That's a thing people will do. It's not like a rule thing. It's just like, it's just a like a young people thing to just yap about media stuff. Unfortunately. It's not like I was gonna read those books anyways. Not like I was gonna watch that stuff anyways, right? But at the same time, it's kind of a downer thing, you know? I could have read those books on my own. I could have experienced these kinds of things on my own. What was the show? Red Dwarf. Was that it? I don't know. It was something about a guy in a ship and a cat, I think, and an android maybe. And waking up a few thousand years in the future. I don't remember. It's been like what? Not quite 20 years, but what, 15? Since I got to hear the synopsis on that entire show. Oh my god. Or like having random nerd friends who will like scream about how Yu-Gi-Oh! Ripped off Magic the Gathering, or how The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker ruined Zelda. Even though the people who say that the most are the people who have never played a Zelda game, or have never beaten a Zelda game, or only care about Zelda in the context of like, I get to be upset about random video game bullshit. That was a neat sound. That was like a very Deltarune-like sound. Fascinating. And the music went away. That's not fascinating, that's worrisome, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, my aggressive tone about like spoilers about stuff. It's not even about the spoilers, it's just I don't want to endure another moment of listening to somebody talk about a book or a movie. And it's fine if you watch something or if you read something. Yeah, and you need to geek out about it. Like, that's fine, that's understandable. It's just I don't have it in me to endure hours of that kind of like you just talking about the series, like just literally like you watched it or you read it. So now instead of like talking about how it made you feel or like random things in it that bothered you or you loved, you're just gonna talk about the whole darn thing as if you're like reading a book to a blind person, as if you're describing this piece of media to somebody who doesn't have the senses to ever experience it the way you did. And while that would be a noble sentiment, I suppose, in some situations, my own feelings on the subject are, I can read books myself. I can watch TV shows myself. Please don't waste my time like this. You're shaking my chains, and it enrages me. Please stop. I don't know. I'm kind of in a better mood after saying all that. Oh yeah, pickaxe. We always need a pickaxe while working with stone, because apparently I like to misplace things. And I like to yap while biting my own tongue, so I have to stop. Well, I kind of like close my eyes in an awkward way, like, why do you keep doing this? Why is my tongue in the wrong spot today? I don't know. I'm gonna blame it on lack of sleep, but I don't think you can actually blame biting your tongue on lack of sleep. Drug use, maybe. Definitely, but not lack of sleep. As far as I know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe somebody who's like in the medical profession will chime up and be like, actually, you're stupid. biting your tongue off is actually the prime indicator that you are not getting enough sleep. Or maybe you're just dehydrated. Or maybe you haven't eaten enough protein. I don't know. I haven't seen a doctor since 2016. I don't know what's going on medically. Other than that's probably really bad considering my age. And considering I keep reading articles about, oh yeah, millennials have really high rates of cancer and other things. It's like, stop. I mean, on one hand, I guess it's good if it gets you to go to a doctor. On the other hand, it's like, I couldn't afford one if I wanted to. And I do want to. Why do I live in a world where I can't see a doctor? I suppose the solution to that, though, would be to just go to a doctor anyways and just not pay for it and be like, yeah, that's medical debt's problem. Sucks to suck, idiots. Should have made a system that exploits those of us who actually do all the work that keeps this country running. I say, not really doing that, but you know. We can dream. We can puff ourselves up. I mean, I'm sure in my brief time at every retail job I've had, I probably did more work than the current CEO of that company. So, golf clap for me. Where's my MVP award? Toys R Us. Various Spartan NAS stores. Other local grocery chains that kind of dox me. Oh well. It is good exercise as long as your body can keep up with it. I'll give it that. Like it definitely keeps you from gaining all that excess weight that you would if you just kind of just sat around all day. It is kind of nice to sit around all day. I miss that. I'm gonna quit this YouTube channel and I'm gonna read Homestuck. I'm just gonna quit this YouTube channel completely. Who cares about figuring out how to get a microphone to work? Who cares about ever playing more Animal Crossing? Who cares about Minecraft or Bigfoot? Who cares about the thousands of games we have on Steam that we haven't even installed or played? No, let's just quit the YouTube channel and live our lives free. Let's quit YouTube in general. I won't see you guys ever again. I'm quitting YouTube. Not just the YouTube channel, I'm quitting watching it completely. It's kind of worthless. It's full of people who aren't as smart as I am, so why should I listen to you guys? That's mean. That's really mean. Like, being smart doesn't mean you have anything to say. Like, I don't know. I did good in school, and I never have anything insightful to say, really. And I've met tons of people who think they don't have anything insightful to say, but like, I don't know. I think knowing that... I think having the presence of self to not have to put on airs instantly makes people like really bearable and really enjoyable to be around. That'd be my statement there. That's also kind of a lofty, bull crappy thing, but it's very true. Like, I think I definitely learned a lot from like the ex-military guys at the art school I went to. They experienced things, and they were very patient people with very interesting stories and always like really weird, very unique ideas with their art, which is also really cool. I like seeing people who have like very unique ideas. Like, it wasn't like they were ripping off like Naruto or whatever the newest movie was, you know. You see a lot of people like that, and that's fine. It's good to be inspired. But you definitely do see, it's really nice to see people who aren't really so basic about it, I guess you could say. How's this pool look? Does this look better? I don't know. All I know is the music keeps going away, so that's kind of concerning. Hooray, we grabbed everything. And now we can put our chest somewhere else, right? When will the music play again? I'm getting concerned. I'm not straight up freaking out, but I'm not happy about that. Okay. I don't know if we'll need that, actually. We can leave it there. I may regret doing this, but it's fine. It's fine, yeah. Everything came to me. Nothing went flying off into the void, as far as I'm aware. And there's my treasure chest. Blah, 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 blah. And they need to be placed apart because they're not buddies. They're co-workers, you know? We gotta keep a little bit of distance there. Gotta keep it professional. But I'm joking about quitting the YouTube. I really am. I think. I don't know. It is like, there's a part that's like, yeah. I don't know. We're kind of getting up to an age where maybe we should focus on like a career. Dating. Finding a spouse. Having kids. Not filling their heads with dreams and delusions, I guess. But there's also a part of me that's like, I don't know, man, you come this far without achieving anything. Never being able to to achieve any of the weird ideas you have. You might as well keep going. What's the worst that could happen? I feel like I've taken this to a very dark spot unintentionally. Don't listen to me. The future can be way brighter and way more fair and magical than I'm giving it credit for. I'm gonna blame this on being sleep deprived. I know we can't blame biting our tongues on being sleep deprived, but we can definitely blame becoming increasingly like, I don't know, is it even misanthropic? Is it more like, not nihilism, right? Nihilism would be a little more empty, I feel. Like, if we're just making fun of people and ourselves in really dark ways, that's not really nihilism. I think. I don't know. Could be. I feel like that's too close. I don't like that. You know me, I don't know what I want, but I'll know it when I see it. That's, the tragic flaw I possess as a human being. I know what I'll want when I see it. And yet I never see it. Because I don't know what I want. Oh well, could be worse, could be better. Could be Mr. Roger and his blood-stained sweater. You never know. Yeah, at this point I am running out of steam, so that's not good. That's unfortunate. Oh well, it is what it is. I read a comment somebody made about how they hate that phrase. It is what it is. Because, and I think their words, and I'm not really quoting them, but they're like, everything is whatever it is. Quit saying it. You don't need to point that out. And it's like, that's a funny rant to go on. It sounds like something I would say, though. But I'm not really bothered by it is what it is. I'm usually amused by things people say. on repeat. I'm the kind of person who watches the same kind of YouTube video like multiple times, so I find it funny. Oh, you know what's a really cool video that I found that got stuck in my head? This weird Russian cartoon. I've only seen like one song from it though. It's like this cartoon about like this little doll girl. And I've only seen this song where she meets these like Barbie girls. But they're like really creepy looking. Like they got these like really narrow tall heads. And they're all blonde and they got like big eyes that kind of like wrap around the sides of their head. And they sing this really catchy song in Russian. And I don't know. It's been stuck in my head all week. Wow wow. Ba, 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 da, ba, ba, ba. I don't know. If I knew the words, if I could sing, I'd definitely let you guys enjoy some of that from me. But alas, I am merely a guy struggling to not bite my own tongue. Trying not to fall asleep. I'm not like nodding off, but I'm definitely... The eyelids are getting heavy, you know? And that's always a bad sign. That's always the prelude to the nodding off, which is always embarrassing and occasionally dangerous. I don't know. I wish we made a world that's more, like, amenable to just letting people sleep when they need to. Let people eat when they need to. Let people live outside of nature when they need to, you know? We just don't live in a world that's very accommodating. And that's very frustrating. As somebody who wants to be accommodated all the time and is rarely ever really accommodated. That's how you can tell I'm getting upset, is when I stop being accommodating to other people. Either that or I'm just busy. Like, I'm very busy all the time. And it's just this channel. It's just the YouTube channel eats up all the time. My life is going by in a flash. But hey, at least I remembered last year I bought a computer and made some Mario videos. So I guess it's a very different kind of flavor of full circle. Very, very lukewarm. Very plain. Somewhat unfortunate. If only, if only. Yeah, you better not jump. Freaking fence post. Trying to escape from me. There's nowhere you can go but my grasp. Okay, and that's kind of aligned with that, so that's cool. I don't know. We need more dirt. Did we use up all the dirt already? Please tell me we didn't. But we got so much of it. We got so much of it. Really? Wow. Huh. Well, you know, there is one thing I want to do. Bucket. Funny. And there's actually multiple things I'd like to do, but we won't do them because that would be... I mean, maybe. Alright, so we got nothing on us, right? Cool. I just want to see something. Well, we're in the magical safety zone of, we don't have any items. Okay. That wasn't too bad. Man, that is a lot of dirt. We've definitely expanded that quite a bit. It's not too bad though, I think. Honestly, if we just worked on the sides and the bottom a bit more, it'd be fine. So the real question is, at what point do we start taking damage, and can we actually, like, save ourselves from that fate? Or does the water drop off too, and are we just going to be plunged? I'm curious. Huh. This is an interesting view. I mean, that isn't, but... Okay, so we are going to approach an endpoint of this. I guess my question is it like a floor where we just take damage, or is it a part where we still fall? That is my question. Oh, we started to yawn an hour in, so, you know, that's not too bad. All right, we are approaching the end of the line. Okay, so yeah, we just drop. Fascinating. I mean, we learned something. That's cool, I guess. Now we gotta make shovels. I don't want to make shovels. Honestly, do we have any wood? Because as much as it would suck to just waste a bunch of wood, I don't want to keep wasting iron. Oh, we do have a lot of wood. Why aren't we wasting a lot of that wood then? That'd probably be the best case scenario, I would say. Turn these into planks, make a bunch of shovels, and then go to town on these. There we go. See, I can just hold down a button, and that is so easy. Why can't everything just be easy like that? I always forget we do have cobblestone. Dang. That's probably fine, right? We can get rid of the wood and the sticks. Yeah, I don't know. And we'll have to remember to grab some food just in case. Because we're probably gonna be a little hungry whenever we're done. Yeah, we'll cross that bridge whenever we get to it. We'll burn that bridge when we get to it. And no more positive figural language. We're just gonna go full negative with our figural language. Wooden shovels aren't that much better than hands. Oh, the pain and suffering. We're cleaving through this stuff like butter when we had the iron ones. Oh boy. Oh well. At least whenever this breaks, we'll have a good idea of how much dirt we can get from a single one. So I suppose that's a silver lining. There we go. Oh, about 60 pieces. That's not too bad. That's almost a full stack. I was silently yawning. I'm sorry. I'll try better to I'll try better to yawn a little more audibly next time. Whenever that happens. But yeah, I've definitely had a Russian song stuck in my head this week. Actually, I really want to see the entire cartoon, though. I want to see the entire movie. And get an understanding. Because I'm pretty sure they're toys. I'm pretty sure the main character, or the character that's the main character of the song section, is a doll. And the rest are supposed to be like Barbie dolls. But I don't know. It could just be a really surreal thing. You never know. We'll see. I definitely don't have the time to watch something that's being subtitled, though. If they're speaking in English, it might be fine. I might have the time to, like, do that while playing other stuff. Or doing other tasks. But if it's something that's gonna require, like, me to read or have brain power, that's gonna get put off for a while. Unfortunately. I wish it wasn't that way, but it is, so we'll deal with it. One thing that I don't know, I just need to spend the time and do a bunch of really simple things. That's the dumb thing. Like when you just have to do a bunch of really small things, but there's so many of them and a bunch of them kind of work together. Like that's kind of what always bums me out about like donking around with the microphone stuff. It's just there's so many different things that you can change, and unless you're like meticulously testing them out on every different level. Like, I'm really bummed out that apparently my computer speakers, neither of them sound like my TV speakers. None of it sounds like my phone speakers. Like, I get a different sound. Like, I've been listening to my stuff now on different things, and it's like, well, it's not the worst case scenario, but it doesn't sound good. So that sucks. I wish I sounded better. I'm sorry, you guys. I don't know why you put up with me. Especially like when I'm in a state like this where I'm like not even half asleep. I'm basically like struggling to be alive, conscious, you know, like that's not good. I feel like there's a hideaway, an outpost over here, right? Am I dumb? Wasn't this one yeah, this one's the closest one. Heck yeah. Have we ever stayed at this one? Midpoint Hill Outpost. Chest is empty. That's a good sign that this is our first time sleeping in this bed. Drop me off for adventure, huh? Cool. And I can see our sky rail. Wow. That was a project back in the day. Now we're destroying a mountain for kicks. Come on. This is taking forever. This is taking too long. You're taking too long. I still haven't played Deltarune, but I've seen a bunch of like memes about it. So that's unfortunate. I mean, it's fortunate that the new chapters were a hit, and that people loved them enough to talk about them in funny ways, but it sucks to encounter that before I can experience this stuff on my own. I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like you can't blame people for doing what they're doing. But also it's like, I don't know, hopefully this doesn't affect my understanding and my expectations of this of these games going forward. I don't know. Someday we'll have the time to play it. I keep telling myself that. Someday I'll have the time to play things, and it's like, nah. You'll just end up playing Animal Crossing and Minecraft until you die. You'll have a lot of cool worlds and towns, I guess. But they won't really miss you there, so doesn't really matter. That's really dark. That's really bleak. I feel bad about even saying that. Jeez Louise. Will they even miss you? Wow. Where'd that come from? Well, your subconscious is a little concerned. You've been a little cooped up. Jeez Louise, wow. Talk about a Freudian slip. I mean, is it really a slip though? That's kind of where we've been taking the conversation like all night, all morning. Oh, that's just my gray matter trying to tell me it's time to go to bed. But also it's time to log off. And it's time to meet real people. Which is probably always good advice, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. Whenever my brain tells me something, I kind of want to ignore it. Like, on one hand, you're my greatest ally, brain, but at the same time, like, you also pump me full of a lot of fear hormone, or whatever it is, like, not pheromones. Fear chemicals. Chemicals, there we go. Like, on really mundane stuff, and like, I could really do without all the anxiety about random garbage. Well, it builds your character, and it's like, yeah, brain, if I ever got the chance, I'd tear you out of me. I'd stomp on you. I don't even care if it gets rid of me. I'm willing to get rid of myself if it gets rid of you. I mean, only in like a comically, like, only in like a cartoonishly comical way, not in like real life. I don't know what it says about me when I like openly talk about having an adversarial relationship with my own brain. I don't know. I'm never gonna forgive it for giving me anxiety. I didn't used to have anxiety, and now I do. And that's an unforgivable sin against me, I suppose. I thought we were supposed to be allies. I thought we were supposed to be friends here. This gray matter is sometimes kind of dark matter. Filling my noggin with nightmares and galore. Let's just gather this dirt and then gather the dirt and go home. Call it a day. Hang up our shoes. Tie up our hat. Wash the did I throw away? Yeah, I threw away that. Okay, whatever. We are saying nonsense anyway, so it doesn't matter if we interrupted ourselves, I guess. It's fine. We're just turning this dirt mountain into a exposed mountain. I don't know, apparently there are bears near, like, Iron Mountain, and it's like, you know, I feel like I do remember my mom mentioning, like, when she was a kid, there were more bear sightings in the Upper Peninsula. But it never really registered with me. And you know, if you're just walking around, you could encounter an animal that could eat you. I don't know, I feel like that's a lot of the United States though. It's just random populations of like mountain lions or coyotes or wolves. I don't know. It's not like those are the only things you should be worried of. Like, any animal can, like, destroy you if it wants to. Like, nobody thinks beavers are particularly dangerous, but they've still murked a guy or two. I remember reading that news article a while ago. Like, it was, like, some, like, groundskeeper or some sort of like, electrician got attacked by a beaver and bled out because it like bit his artery in his leg. Like, that's terrifying. And also really bad luck. But, you know, if he had good luck, we wouldn't be talking about him now, so, I don't know. I mean, maybe we would. The news is always cruising for a story. That is very true. At the same time, like, family man, hard worker of the community, brutally killed by a freak accident with beaver, I think makes more of a story than, like, random guy got attacked by beaver, survived. More on this at 11. I don't know. I don't actually know what controls the news cycles other than, like, what, billionaire whims? For the most part. I don't know. I remember some of those videos, though, of, like, multiple people on multiple channels across the United States saying the exact same things. That's always really weird and really creepy. Well, we get the script from corporate. Multiple channels across the nation, controlled by one corporate entity. Handing out the same script regardless of context. I don't know. That kind of stuff is really gross, I feel. And also really insulting if you think about it. Like, how dare some corporate entity try to give me the same news as, like, everybody else in this country? There's 50 gosh darn states. If you can't make 50 gosh darn separate news broadcast scripts, you're not pulling your weight. You don't deserve your yearly bonus, Mr. CEO, Mr. People on the Board. Get screwed. Go to heck. Why am I censoring my language when I've already said way worse things today? But at the same time, I'm a little tired, so it's nice to know the tired me isn't prone to swearing. That's kind of neat. Somebody jot that down. I'm sure I'd love to know that when I'm more with it. Fun facts about Luppi. Doesn't swear when he's tired. Does swear when he's in pain. Does swear when he's stressed out. I don't know. Yeah, it's always a bad sign when we're uncontrollably and repeatedly yawning. That's always about the time where it's like, yeah, we should be looking for a good spot to call it. Did we even get anything done today? Have we even done anything? Or have I been digging the entire time? I don't even know. I'm actually kind of hungry. Which is unfortunate, because I still got the hot dog burps. Like, I don't know. I ate too many hot dogs. I don't make them, but they're always available. I don't even like hot dogs that much. They're gross. They look gross. They feel gross. Like, the only part of them that's good is the protein and the salt. You can get that from a lot of things. I'm not even making any insinuations. I'm just saying you can get protein and salt from basically anything, really. That's just how it is. Yeah, take that, Goomba egg. Get out of here. You're not gonna become a Goomba. You were probably thrown too soon. Like watching a beautiful sunset at noon. I need to watch more epic rap battles. Do they even make more rap battles, or have they basically stopped? That is a good question. I don't know. Well, we were going to make more, but then the software we used to make all this stuff died. And also we made a lot of money, and YouTube's changed a lot, so no more epic rap battles. I'd understand that. You can't keep doing the same thing forever. It does wear at your soul, not at your very being. You're always gonna wonder, are your choices the best ones for this situation? I didn't used to think like that. But then again, I used to not live a life where I did the same thing every day, up until I made this YouTube channel. I was really bad at like keeping up a schedule or keeping up with just routine daily things. Other than I could brush my teeth. That's something I could do. I'm not really good at like setting a bed. I'm really terrible at like when I didn't live with my parents, I was really good about washing my clothes like at least before like we reached the point where we needed them. Like I was pretty good about not every week, but like every other week. Definitely. But it's just too hard. It's too hard when I live with my parents. Because it sometimes takes them our designated laundry days just to get their stuff done. It's like, well, you know, I'm not gonna squeeze myself in at this point, because what's the point? Because yeah, we have designated laundry days because it's cheaper on the weekends, and I get that. But at the same time, it's like if there's 3 people in this house who all need clothes, like everybody should get their own designated day, you know? I think that's fair. But I don't have a designated day, so I just do it whenever. I don't know. And I don't know the math there, so I don't even know how much money we'd be saving if I just started like doing my laundry in the middle of the week whenever it'd be like the best day for me. And who knows, maybe we wouldn't be really saving any money. Maybe nobody would notice on the bills. Or maybe it would be very noticeable and I'd get yelled at. I don't know. On one hand, I'm an adult. On the other hand, like, I feel less than yelling. It's just like, hey man, the bill's like $5 or $10 or $20 bigger. Can you chip in for that? It seems fair. It's like, yeah, that's a reasonable thing to ask. Or expect. Or demand, you know? That's fair. I honestly don't know how much it would be. Between the water and the electricity, who knows? I want food just because we probably need food. That works for me. Now, hopefully, let's never come back here until we're done with that end island. Hopefully. Yeah, I need to wash clothes. I do have a pile, kind of like... I do have a pile. That's always a bad thing to have when it comes to clothes, a pile. Like, you want your closets full, you want your drawers full. You don't want a pile full of clothes. Or at least I don't. It's stressful, you know? Because it's something you have to deal with later. And also it's stressful because it's clothes you don't have now as well. And I suppose it says a lot about me that that's where my mind goes, you know? It's work to be done later, and also it's stuff we don't have now. What a downer. Try not to be a total Eeyore about things, but you know, it's hard not to let your mind go where it goes naturally. We can't control how we react to where our brain goes, you know? I say that while in this very sleepy, increasingly stupor-like frame of mind, saying some really dark stuff. I don't know, maybe this is why people didn't like me in art school. I mean, I had a lot of friends, and there were a lot of people who didn't appreciate me, but there were a lot of people who were like, man, you're really dark. You're fairly unpleasant. And it's like, yeah, I guess. To be fair, I was on the epilepsy medication then too. And yeah, I was not pleasant to be around then. I don't know, to be a person who'd never experienced like anxiety or panic attacks or mood swings up until that point, like, yeah, it's a bit much to suddenly drop on somebody. It is. It's a very personally changing thing. And a very new experience. It was neat, but I wouldn't want to go through it again. Let's see. How do we feel about that? I don't really like it, but I also don't necessarily hate it. Because instead of having it be like this big dumb thing, we could change it up. I really don't want to have to empty out those boxes again, though. Gosh darn it, man. Why do I keep doing this to myself? Well, because I'm just not thinking. Oh, and there's also another thing I watched that I kept getting in my head. And that's the McDonald's at the Pentagon song. Oh my god. There's an animation done by this person who does like a lot of like low poly, like very like retro, like 3D gamey kind of like fan videos and stuff. And man, McDonald's at the Pentagon. That is very catchy. And that's my suggestion to you guys. Watch it. Love it. Know it. I'm one with it. There's a McDonald's at the Pentagon. A McDonald's at the Pentagon. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed watching that video way too much. Way too many times. And I'd watch it even more if I wasn't playing this game right now. That's probably true, actually. I mean, I'd probably be asleep right now, but I don't know. Maybe I'd be goofing off. That sounds like me too. Being a little irresponsible. And having a lot of fun with how much I'm goofing off. How much I'm nodding off, you know? It's always a good place to be. Almost asleep. Wow, we've still got a half hour to go. Or maybe 15 minutes if we call it a little sooner. I don't know. I could nap. Let's see, where's our chest? I do feel like I'm getting a little bit too unhinged. And it would be different if I was like in a fun way, but I feel like I just keep bringing the conversation to like dark things or like bleak things. So it's like, well, you know, how about stop? You don't have to be happy all the time. You don't have to talk about good things all the time. But man, you are unfairly shaping how people would perceive me by being like this. And it's like, why are you talking about yourself like that? It's you doing this. You're the one who keeps doing this. And it's like, yeah, but like, I get stressed out when I think about stuff like that. So I like to blame myself as if I'm not me. That explains a lot about like the way you talk about your own brain. It's like, yes, it does. I am very guilty of that thing I said I do. That's why I said I do it. What do you think this is, a game? Do you think I'm not aware of the things I do? Neat. But I feel like we could do a little bit better. And we are gonna have to pick you up, aren't we? I'm not a fan of that noise. That one actually kind of gets me. And not in an understanding way. I mean, maybe in an understanding my fears kind of way, but not in a good way. I don't like it. Okay. I think this is probably a little better. I mean, at least for our topography, I think I'm fine with this. Like, yeah, there are probably things we could be doing instead that'd make this a lot better. But you know what? This is fine. It is what it is. I'm not here to make everything so freaking painful for myself at this point. I say, listening to boss music, well... Thank goodness for crouching, right? Thank goodness for crouching. Okay, let's reach the thing. Honestly, that would be kind of funny, though. Yeah, we're not building any further that way. Oh, we don't need to. It's fine. It is what it is. Oh, I ran out of dirt. Okay. I think that's okay. Like, I'm not going to complain too much about this anymore. Oh, we threw some dirt. And that's okay. It's not what I want to do. It's not what I thought I'd do. Not what I was expecting, but you know what? It's fine. And there we go. And then we need the fence posts again, and we're going to grab some torches, and then... that's not all we got. Okay, good. And where's my axe? Just in case. You never hope you'll need it, but you always want it in case things go awry. Because they will go awry. And that's okay. I feel like if we get this area just all fenced in as well and then lit up, I'm ready to call it a day. I'm ready to go to bed. I'm ready to say good night. I'm ready to go to dreamland. Even if it's technically the start of a new day, and that's really lazy by other people's standards, but my standards were I spent way too much time waiting for videos to upload because I procrastinated. And that's life. Bum 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 bum. So it goes. We do have to be a little more careful here, I feel. Honestly, what was the point of that? Like, what's even the point of that? We can't reach it. Yeah, we're just gonna fill up that little piece of land with Yeah, and we did that. We did the same thing there. And I guess it does kind of make this build out in a way, I suppose. But, like, what's the point? Oh, my. Okay. Let us get some more fences. We do not. Oh, we don't have any. We used up all of it. We have some gates, though. That's cool. But do I have... We do have a little bit of sticks. Not enough. But we do have some sticks. Works for me. Oh, that's good enough. Let's keep doing what we can. And hopefully avoid falling off the thing. Awesome. Thanks. Oh, did it land on the post somehow? Did it just say, I'm doing this in the dumbest way possible? So long, and thanks for all the whatevers. I am just a torch, going wherever. I tried to warn you all, but oh dear. That's a song that's gonna be stuck in my head now. If you don't know what I'm talking about, search up Thanks for All the Fish. So long and Thanks for All the Fish. From the, what was it, like 2006, 2005, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Universe or whatever. That was a movie I saw in middle school. To be fair, I also saw I saw a lot of movies back in the day. Like the Harry Potter ones and the Pirates of the Caribbean used to be actual, like, cool things to watch. And then, Unfortunate Series of Events. That had a movie. I haven't seen the Netflix series, though, unfortunately. That came out a while ago. That came out before I moved in with my parents. Yikes. Wow. Time flies when you're, time flies, in general. I think the key to having good life is to not let it fly right by you. Whether that means catching it with your own two hands or just appreciating it for how it is when it zooms right past you. I couldn't say. But I'm sure finding your own way to experience this world would probably be ideal. Okay, and that's all I want, is just to make this where nothing can spawn here. None of the stilt guys can spawn here. And then how much stone and how much dirt? We have a lot of dirt. That is good. We have some stone, but we don't have that. I mean, we got a fair amount. If we're smart about it. If we're smart about it, we could probably get away with. We'd probably have to gather some more. We're probably gonna have to gather some more. Unfortunate. Okay. I'll take 2, just in case. 'Cause I feel like at this point, what we want to do probably isn't going down there. Would be funny, but no, that's not what we want to do. We want to work on this a little bit, I think. Because, well, I do think that does look better. Honestly, I wish I would have expanded a little bit more out, if we're being honest. And if we're being honest, since we've expanded it so much, I don't even know if we have to really donk around with it. I feel like it's kind of more... okay looking now that it's not like I don't know. I go either way. I guess my fear would be if we add too much stone underneath, it might just make it feel like it's all stone and all fake or whatever. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'll probably keep the scaffolding up for a little bit longer though, just in case. Like, I'll think about it. I don't think I can really trust my judgment in my sleep-deprived state. Okay, we're not running, but we do want to see. Oh, if it fell on that one. I don't think it did. I don't see it. That's okay. That would be funny though if it did manage to fall up here. What would be funny is if we could trigger the stilt guys from here, then just punch them into the void before they punched us to death. Okay, this was rather fruitless, but you know, we got to experience some things. And that's always pretty cool, I guess. Yeah, it's gonna be real fun. Do we tear this thing apart and try to grab what we can in terms of supplies? Or do we burn it and hope that the parts that burn don't leave anything just floating around? I don't know, I feel like I'd lose that bet. I feel like that's just the kind of guy I am. I kind of lose those kinds of bets pretty easy, I would feel. Nice. Beautiful. You love to see it. Maybe that's all we have to do. We just got to do it like this. Nice. Nope. Okay. That's unfortunate. I was hoping for something a little more normal, a little happier, a little better. Yeah, we're gonna lose a lot of this no matter how we do it. And that's fine, I guess. That's to be expected. I don't know, suddenly I'm kind of feeling a little more awake, a little more with it. That could be a lie, that could be my brain lying to me, but I don't know, I feel a little, the eyelids aren't so heavy. I feel a little more invigorated. Which isn't a bad spot to be in. So I'll take it for what it is, I guess. I don't know. Okay, I think that's really all I want to do at that point. All these wooden sacrifices for the void. Onward we go. Across the big old chasm. I don't know. Whatever it is fairly long. That still looks pretty gross though, I would say. But I don't think I'm gonna deal with the pool part because it's kind of fine if it looks artificial, because it kind of is. Not like it's a natural lake or anything. It's not like we're trying to hide it and make it look like a natural lake, so it's okay. Okay, we've done a thing. And honestly, at this point, I feel like all that requires from us is for us to also do a thing. How big can we go? Not that big, actually. I mean, that's probably fine. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not too big. Huh. And that's if we just wanted to be a regular size, like, rectangle thing. It doesn't have to be that way at all. It can be a little irregular. A bit irregularly sized. Oh wow, we ran out of wood. Okay. I mean, of course we would. But that's kind of unexpected. Oh wow, we don't really... I mean, we got a bunch of it still, I guess. But I feel like we had a lot more when we started. Oh well. Actually, thinking about it, we could actually change some things up here, I feel. Cool, thanks. Thank you, game. Thank you for letting me do that. That was very nice. I appreciated that. Always did, always do. You know, always finding the humor in it all. I don't know, is that even worth it? I mean, it could be. And then... yeah, gonna make this a little less rectangularly. And then honestly, I do think having a little bit of a jut is fine. But not like this. This is a bit too much, I feel. Where's my... I don't have an axe on me. Okay. We have a pickaxe, and that's fine. And there we go. There's the axey poo. Do we have another axe? We do not. Wait. Oh, that's a sword. Okay. That explains a lot. Okay. I'm just tired and forgetting. And dumb. But that's okay. Because after I get some sleep, I will only be a few of those things. And when I wake up, fully rested in my element, Oh, I'll still be a few of those things, and that's okay. And then, what am I doing? There we go. So this is vaguely the floor plan. Roughly the floor plan of this environment we've created. And the beautiful thing is, it doesn't matter how much we dig. I mean, it does matter how much we dig, but for the most part, it doesn't actually matter how much we dig because this whole thing is pretty safe. And you either have stone or you've got a fair amount of dirt underneath you. Other than on those edges, so we'll be careful around those. But yeah, slowly bringing this thing to completion, I guess. I don't know. Slowly doing our best. Wait a second. Okay, that's fair, I guess. I don't care anymore. As we change things up. Honestly, I do kind of like that, though. That kind of does make it less of a freaking square. Huh. It's fine. It's fine if the rear is kind of rectangular. It's fine. That's just the way people end up, you know? A little rectangularly in the rear as you age, as we get through life. I don't know what I'm saying, but it's not very polite, I feel. Okay. So I hope you guys thought about what you did this week. I hope you thought what I did this week. Let's try not to be so bleak in terms of conversations we start or hold, and then I don't know, what else? Watch Russian cartoons, I guess? I don't know. Probably not. It's occasionally a neat language, and they definitely have a lot of skilled animators. I mean, every country does, though. Like, any country that makes media makes interesting media. May not be your cup of tea, but it's all pretty neat, I would say. As someone who loves human-created media. Alrighty. Oh, I did read an article that apparently Vladimir Putin and the Chinese president or whatever, what's his name? I don't remember. But apparently they were talking about becoming immortal or whatever, so that's kind of funky. Like, and apparently China requested that video be taken down, and the journalist organization, not journalist organization, the whatever media published that, whatever newspaper or website published that, did retract it, so that's interesting. I don't know. Like, there's a lot I don't know, but I feel like I know enough where unless somebody came up with some sort of new, almost magic way to make people, like, immortal, like, there aren't any real good ways to do that with with what we've got available to us, you know? It's definitely something where the things people think that could make them immortal, like, you know, organ transplants, really don't work that well for that purpose. That's not what they exist to be. So I don't know. But I don't know, maybe that's why I'm not immortal. I scoff at the potential of cloning organs, I guess. And having dozens of your own organs. I don't know. It's just a weird thing, so I guess I'll leave you guys with that today. I'm not sure if I like that. Oh well, it is what it is, right? Boop. Boop. We're gonna have to get some dirt whenever we start building up more of this. That's definitely going to be the case, I feel. Oh, now we get some cool music. We're about to call it a day, but you know, that's fine. You know what they say, better late than never, right? Or is it better Nate than Lever? I never remember. And this music used to give me the creeps as a kid. And that's no lie, I was not a very brave child. And Final Ultimate Bowser was a bit of a tough cookie for kid me. Now I've played Super Mario 64 so many times. Multiple times on the N64. A few times on the Wii U Virtual Console service. On the on the what's-em-a-pops on the DS, Super Mario 64 DS. They should do a re-release of that game, Super Mario 64 DS on the Switch Deluxe. A bit of a mouthful, but we'll buy it anyways. Oh, that's one too? Okay. Fascinating stuff. Okay, I gotcha. Huh. Well, that's the way it's gonna be anyways, then why not just do that? Also, that's a doorway. Okay. It is what it is. Adding a little light to this place isn't a bad idea. Yeah, it's fine. That's just the way it is, I suppose. Yeah, it's all just the way it is, I guess. Okay. Whoop. So I suppose that's where we'll leave off for today, with a very basic first floor. And we'll probably add a second floor. Definitely not a basement. Unless we really need some dirt and stone, and we're willing to really sacrifice ourselves for it, maybe. So yeah, that's where I'll leave you guys with today. Sorry, I was a little tired. I was a little dark, a little bleak. We got some stuff done though. We made, if you think about it, we made a lot of progress on the dumb little whatever thing. I guess we'll see where we are with that. From a distance, we will see where we will. I mean, from a distance, it's really actually kind of hard to tell. It's kind of hard to tell that we did anything, really. But it is very apparent when we're there that we did actually. We made a thing, we raised up this stuff, kind of altered the bridge a little bit, the barest minimum that we could alter the bridge. And I dealt with the fencing. That took forever, didn't it? But we did do some stuff, and that's good. Hopefully next time we can get a lot more done and get some, hopefully like reach the point where we can start just saying we're doing the finishing touches on this island, so we can get back to other stuff. That would be really neat. I'd really appreciate that. I'm listening to the stilt guys just make their weird noises. Oh, what a way to be. Okay. So next time, let's work on the island. Hopefully we don't need too much more anything. We can just do it up. And I think that's it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully a lot more rested and recording at a better time. And maybe I'll have the time to donk around with the microphone and I'll sound better. You never know. We can dream. We can hope. We can pray. I'll see you guys next time for real, though. Bye.